No, Rich, that would make you a thief, a scam artist.
Well, you're not, so tough shit. F you, and F you getting 200.
If you have all this money, what's wrong with sending me my $200?
Skip it up.
The fucking loser faggot.
Man, I tell you, I never thought that this day was coming. Like, honestly, I didn't. I had no problem with this guy at all. I supported his channel. I appreciated everything that he has done for me as far as my YouTube channel. There was no problems with this guy until money was involved. This relationship or business relationship between me and Rich from Review Tech USA, there's no more business. There's no relationship. There's no partnership. There's nothing. I'm gonna tell you why. He decided, since he owes me money, that he wants to try and belittle me, try me, and hustle me out of the computers that I sent him. Let me explain. A while ago, he was asking for a computer. I seen in July. Yeah, July, he was asking for a computer. I hit Rich up. I told him, I got a laptop for you if you would like it. He was asking, well, what are the specs? Well, I sent him the specs. He liked it, so I sent it his way. I sent him the laptop that was sent his way, 2-day shipping, USPS. And I didn't ask for no money in return. I just asked him, okay, could you put up my Destiny giveaway on your channel? He did. Okay, cool. The numbers coming in, people coming through, Review Tech sent me, etc., etc. And after all that occurred with all the numbers and everything increasing, I hit him up. I said, thank you very much. If you need anything else, let me know. We can do some more business. He was like, okay, cool. So a week or so passes by, and I hit him up. I said, I got a desktop for you if you want one. He was like, send me the specs and I'll check it out. So he saw the specs. He was like, okay, cool, send me one. I said, okay, well, in order for me to send you one, okay, let's do some business. Like, you know, put me in your videos, like in the end of the video or in the intro of the video or whatnot. He said, okay, I'll put you in the end of every video for 3 months straight. And this started in July 23rd to be exact. So a 3-month plan, July 23rd, August 23rd, September 23rd, October 23rd. That's a 3-month plan, right? Well, the videos had stopped September 24th. So on my part, he wasn't living up to his deal. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't being a man of his word then. I also had a Halo Master Chief Collection giveaway, and he was supposed to put it up on his page as well after the Destiny giveaway. So the Halo Master Chief Collection was supposed to be up September 9th. I sent him the link to the giveaway. I sent him the information, all that he needed on September 7th. The next day, I hit him up again, said, did you get my giveaway? He said, no, I didn't. Send it again. So I sent it again. He said, I will post the contest tomorrow. 9 days later, I hit him up asking what's the update. He was like, oh snap, I totally forgot about the giveaway. He also stated, since I wasn't able to do the giveaway for you, I'll make a dedicated video for your channel. Still waiting on that video, Rich. Where that though? And then he hit me up. He was saying, yo, you have another one of those desktops? These things are super nice, super fast, and I like it. I want you to send me another one. And then he proposed to me, I guess, 6 more months of advertisements in the intro, 5 advertisements per week. And I said, okay, I'll think about it. And then I hit him back. I said, you know what? How about 3 advertisements per week and $200? And he was like, he said it in fine print on Facebook. He said, all right, you will get 200 on the 10th of November, and I will start advertisements Monday. So I shipped him the machine. He hit me back stating that the machine was broken, it's not cutting on. I said, okay, go ahead and send it back to me. I'll fix it, and I'll keep that one, and I'll send you another one. So he sent it through UPS, which took a week. I fixed it because it was just a power issue, but I sent him another computer with the 16 gigs of RAM, etc., etc. But I forgot to put the CD ROM cable in there. And I told him, I said, oh snap, I forgot to send that to you. He was like, okay, it's cool, just send it when you can. Now, remember, it was 3 advertisements per week and $200. I want y'all to remember that. So that was during Thanksgiving week. During Thanksgiving week, he put up 8 videos. One of them videos had my advertisement on it. Just one. Out of 8 videos, it's supposed to be 3, right? But it was just 1. So I hit him up. I said, yo, Rich, what's up, man? It's supposed to be 3 advertisements per week. What's going on? He was like, well, it's a holiday. I wasn't able to put it up. I'm like, it's 8 videos this week and only 1 advertisement? Okay, whatever, on to the next one. So the next week comes by, you know, he fulfilled the 3 advertisements per week. okay, cool. Then the following week, which the 10th is coming up, I hit him up. I was like, yo, what's up? He was like, what's going on? I was like, just making sure that everything is in the place. He was like, I put one of your advertisements up. I was like, I'm not talking about the advertisement, I'm talking about the payment. Today is the payment for $200. He was like, we'll talk about that later. Later comes by. So he was like, I give you a 6-month promotion, but not a payment. If that's the issue, that's no problem. I send the PC back to you. So I told him, I said, I was really needing that 200. I was really expecting that 200 to come through. So he said, well, if it's an issue, I will pack up the PC and send you a shipping invoice. Honestly, no hard feelings. Wait, what? I'm like, I agree to your terms of 3 advertisements per week and $200. 3 ads for 6 months. So he states, I don't see how I can justify paying you $200 plus give you months of promotion when I have other companies that will pay me thousands just for this month alone. I'm like, they ain't got nothing to do with me. That's none of my business. So I replied, you will justify being a businessman of your word and sending the payment $200. Would help because my wife is sick. She was sick as hell. I tell you, she was sick. And I was like, I shouldn't be compared to the people that you affiliate yourself with or you do business with. This is a different business term. We had an agreement, and that's not cool just to break your agreement like that. He was like, I'm not breaking anything, and I'm willing to give you your product. Then he stated it'll be a tad different if he wasn't paying me and wasn't advertising me. It'd be a different story. Oh no, it's the same story. You're not agreeing to the terms that you said to me in your own words. So I replied, I don't wish to have the PC back. I wish to have the 200 that you agreed to sent to me today. All I'm asking is that you be a man of your word. I understand how you do business. This is a lesson learned. That's exactly what I told him. He says, I'm not going back on my word. Yes, you are, Rich. Saying, I'm not interested in pursuing this deal and willing to give you back your hardware. Not following through on my word would be keeping the PC and refusing to pay you. No, Rich, that would make you a thief, a scam artist. That's what that makes you. So he says, I also have to do what's best for me financially and for my business. Well, you're doing the wrong thing. I was like, I missed the part where that's my problem. I don't wish to have 6 more months of advertisements. If you can have companies pay you thousands and thousands of dollars for this month alone, I'm pretty sure $200 is just a scratch, right? So he was like, okay, I'm not debating this anymore. These are your options. If you don't like them, I don't know what to say. I'm like, okay, and these are my options. Pay me my 200. If you don't like them, I will have a lot to say. Hence this video. So I told him, I said, it's messed up how you can just flip things at the last minute. Matter of fact, on the last day, on the day of the due date. And I've been honest with this dude, professional with this dude since I met him and I discussed business with him. You know what I'm saying? I told him, I said, I apologize if you're going through a financial crisis. I want y'all to cue that part. Financial crisis. It's about to get real. Okay, so I told him that, and I was like, when you agree to something as a businessman, you do it. You go through with it. That's what I expected. This last minute changing up stuff is not good for your brand, your product, your business. It's not good for you. What you're doing is bad business. It's bad for your brand. But when I said something about that financial crisis, when I tell you he flipped on me, he went ham. First off, no financial crisis. Secondly, I don't give a shit to keep the machine and pay out money I don't need to. That's called being smart. You get back your product and there's no contract. You seem like a man who was broke and desperate since we are calling out people's financials, but sadly that's not my problem. So before I say something really nasty, bite your tongue. You get your computer and take virtually no financial loss except shipping. The half-working computer you sent me. Don't get smart with me, boss, because I'm not in the mood. Let me know what you want to do. Oh my, wow, what's going on with Rich? So I told him, look, I don't want no bad blood with you or no YouTube beef. Whatever you're going through, I apologize. Don't know who ruined your day to make you feel like you can belittle me and make it seem like I'm broke and desperate. That's what he's wrong. I have a job, have a career, certifications in IT. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. But I was like, you can get nasty all you want, make your nipples hard, suck on a cucumber. I don't care what you do. It's the principle that you are not a man of your word. If you say that you're making all this money on YouTube, what's the problem with sending me $200? I'm like, dang, Rich, what did I do to you to make you come at me like this? And I found out it's because Dale did him dirty. Because he wanted to get his Alienware PC console. What does that have to do with me? If you have all this money, what's wrong with sending me my $200? That's my question. If they messed up, they messed up. You take it out on Dale. Don't take it out on me. I ain't had nothing to do with that. So the next morning comes, I hit him up. I was like, good morning, you good? You were like, yeah, I'm good. After that convo, I'm good. I'm like, good, because you spazzed out on me for no reason. You know what I mean? I didn't appreciate that. I stated, you said to let you know what I wanted to do. I wish to receive my payment. Here's my email. He's like, well, you're not tough shit. This happens all the time. When Dollar Shave Club cut me off, did I demand they kept paying me past when they cut me off? No, this is how sponsorships work, period. I'm willing to give you your product and you lose nothing. That is your only option. So I said, once again, you're doing me wrong because of what others did to you. That's bad business. You don't do other people's wrong. You don't do bad business because it was done to you. But since that's my only option, I would like to have both of my desktops and my laptop sent back to me. He was like, hell no, you got your deal with the other one. You get one machine back. If that's a problem, I'll see you in court. Or you can pay me $3,000 for 6 months advertising. Let's rewind back, shall we? July 23rd, 2014, right? September 24th, 2014. That's 2 months, buddy. You already lost in court. So I told him, if you really wish to see me in court, I would love to do that because I have enough information and evidence to win against you. There is a type error there, but anyway, you can either return my products, see me in court and pay unnecessary fees, or simply pay me $200 that you owe me. However, if you wish to do this, it's up to you. So he said, court, you really are a scumbag. Well, isn't that the pot calling the kettle black? I'm the scumbag because I sent everything to you that you asked for. You only delivered to me the Destiny giveaway video. That's the only thing you delivered. You only gave me 2 months advertisements from July to September, and it was supposed to be till October. So you messed up on that part. So technically, I guess you can keep the laptop, but those 2 desktops, I would like that with the 16 gigabytes of memory inside of them. Thank you very much. He replies, I'm a broken, desperate fraud, and that's why I'm pulling this move. You expect to return everything after advertising for you for months and get nothing out of it? Fuck you, pussy. Pay me or eat a dick. I'm like, okay, not really broken, desperate. Once again, I'm a businessman. If you're not able to handle business right, then don't do business. You're spazzing out on me because you failed to be a man of your word? How cute. Then he states, since I'm stupid, let me explain how business works. My deal is unnecessary and does not benefit him. Okay, if it doesn't benefit you, why would you ask for another computer? So he said, let's see how the court enjoys hearing what you wanted everything back when I advertised for you for months. In turn would be thousands of bucks. Yeah, it will be thousands of bucks in lawyer fees, and it will be thousands in my pocket because you only have evidence of putting up videos in the end of your videos from July to September for 2 months, not 6 like you said. You lose once again in court. After that, I told him, you played yourself. Like I said, if you wish to go to court, by all means, I'm willing to do that. If you wish to pay lawyers more fees, by all means, let's go ahead and do so. I told him I appreciated you for what you have done for me. I thanked you. I appreciate you. But then you're going to try to switch up our agreement. It's very unprofessional and it's bad business. But hey, it's the American way, right? He stated we had no written contract, which is true. And major corporations who do sponsorships do the same thing. Sounds like a victim. If the endorsement isn't viable, it isn't continued. Happened to me and to many others. That's how it works. So I told him, stop being a damn victim. It happened to me. It happened to me. So he states, all right, before I lose my shit, I'm going to end this convo. Your time is better spent looking for quarters on the side of the road. You need them. Fuck you and fuck you getting 200. You want your one machine back? That is my only offer. And you pay for shipping for your half working fell off a truck computer. Beyond that, no debate. Now remind you, I told you I fixed the old computer that was messed up and sent him a new one, right? Okay, then he got the nerve to put on his personal Facebook, let me put people onto something. I'm a nice guy, but I'm not a pushover. And if you try to screw me over business-wise, I will legally stomp you and smile while doing it. Just a word of advice. Rich, bruh, you're playing the victim once again. You are a victim, an emotional victim. So Rich from Review Tech USA, who really screwed who over? Who was really broken desperate? Who's really a fraud? Who's really a scumbag? You do bad business. You are unprofessional. And in my honest opinion, I don't want to affiliate myself with you anymore. You burnt the bridge with me for no reason. It was all over $200 that you owed me. I mean, you got the 200, right? I mean, you're Mr. Review Tech USA. Skip it up, that up. I mean, you are who you are, right? You're getting all these views, you're getting all this money, you're financially stable, you got this and that, right? All you had to do was send me 200, we would have been cool, we would have been straight. This is what you agreed upon. You wasn't a man of your word. Dale pissed you off, so you wanted to take it out on me. Dollar Shave Club pissed you off, you wanted to take it out on me. And you wonder why everything is happening to you in a negative manner as far as sponsorships and business. You're doing bad business, man. Like you do everything unprofessional, and that's why things are not going well for you as far as sponsorships and everything else. You don't do bad business with those who do good business with you. All I did was good business with you. I supported you. I helped you out when you needed help. Other than that, I didn't do anything negative to you until today. So I say this because if stuff hits the fan from him, it'll be a bunch of lies. The truth is right in front of you. So you can dislike the video all you want, but at the end of the day, the truth has been told about my affiliation with Rich and Review Tech USA. He's an emotional victim from past sponsorships that had dropped him because of his unprofessionalism. He's unprofessional. He doesn't do business well. If it involves money, he doesn't want to do anything with it. He will use his numbers as far as YouTube to try and walk his way out of money, because when it came to money, he didn't want to pay up. The sad thing about this whole thing, probably nobody will believe it, but you have the proof right in your face, and you will still deny that your favorite YouTuber is indeed a scumbag.
I was actually going to be, well, I guess kind and professional and keep this quiet, but since, well, Big Cheese doesn't want to and makes this into an E-drama shit show, I guess I'm gonna have to respond back. Well, what's going on? You remember I always had the ads in the video. Here it is right here. Today's video was brought to you by Big Cheese's YouTube channel. For gameplay reviews, gaming, music, and vlogs, subscribe to Big Cheese VG. Link below in the description. Yeah, where I sponsored Big Cheese. How did that start? Well, back a while back, before I moved to my new place, when I was constantly at my girlfriend's, I complained on Facebook, man, I wish I really had a laptop so I could work remotely. He proactively, like a giddy schoolgirl, jumped in and said, hey, Rich, I have a laptop laying around, aka that fell off a truck, and I'm going to, if you want it, I could send it to you. Just can you do a little favor for me back? Okay. That favor was to give him some time or give him promotion. However the case may be, it ended up being 6 months because he also sent me a desktop PC, but this was back in July. So whatever the case may be, that almost got fulfilled because it started in July. It's now December, July, August, September, October, November, December. That's almost 6 months, Big Cheese. But anyway, continuing on. So anyway, I like the mini desktop he sent me. I had another area where I work in my house where I thought another one would be a good idea. And he said he had another one laying around. He's like, what deal can we work out? And I said I could give you an extra 3 months of promotion. And wasn't going to pay him at first. Like, how about we work out this where it's another $300 where you give 3 months plus $200. Okay. Well, times go on, shit changes, and I just didn't deem it necessary to have him as a sponsor anymore. This is how it works. Happened to me with other places too. If you notice in the past how there's intros that change. That's what happens. And, a lot of times, honestly, 95% of the sponsors I had didn't even pay me. It's just how it goes. You get sponsored. People don't want you to sponsor them anymore, so on and so forth. New sponsors come along. Some sponsors just don't deem it worthwhile to work with you anymore. That's how it is. So I said to him, because he hinted at me, because here's this thing too he won't mention, is that the second computer he sent me wasn't fully functional. The CD-ROM drive didn't work. So I said to him, hey man, could you send out the cable for that? He's like, yeah, sure. And he's like, also, hint, hint. I'm like, hint, hint what? I'm like, oh yeah, we'll talk about the payment later. So I said to him, here's the part that's the kicker. I said to him, man, you know what? I just don't, deem it necessary. Here's what we could do. I don't feel I should pay you the $200 because I've given you a shit ton of sponsorship, which people for much less would pay a lot more. Okay? It's just how it works. So then he goes into this whole thing. Oh, my wife is sick. I needed that 200, so on and so forth, which I'm not knocking anyone's financial situation. Granted, I was much more of a dick when he started pissing me off via Facebook chat, which I will admit. But I've been there, not knocking it. But the thing is, I'm not a charity either. I'm not just gonna hand over 200 for the sake of handing over money. So I said to him, look, man, I'm willing to give you back your. I could see if I was going to keep it and saying, hey, you know, I did work for you. I want the hardware that you sent me, so on and so forth. I said I would send you back the computer. You pay shipping, of course, because I had to pay shipping to send him back a broken machine. The first machine he sent me was broken, and out of my own pocket because he packed it like shit. The first computer that he sent me, or the second computer, but it was the first time he sent it to me. He packed it horribly out of my own pocket, which costed about 30 to 40 bucks. I sent back to him to get a new one when it was his fault that it was sent broken. He packed it like in a manila envelope with no cushioning around it. So he's like, you know, you were a man of your word, so on and so forth. I said, this is what happens. I said, I'm just not interested in continuing it, and I'm willing to send you back your hardware. So I said, look, here, that's your options. I'm not giving you the 200 when I'm willing to give you back your hardware and you got free advertisement out of it. That's what the deal is. You don't want it, that's the only other option. So you want the computer back, send the money over to get it shipped, and I'll send it back to you, but you're not getting the 200. I don't want to continue this with you. Those are your options. Think about it. So instead of me leaving out details, let me actually read right from the chat and show you what he said the next day. You said to let you know what I wanted to do. I still wish to receive payment. He left his PayPal. Is my PayPal. And I said to him, well, you're not. So tough shit. This happens all the time, which it does. It's happened to me numerous times. When Dollar Shave Club cut me off, did I demand they keep paying me and keep me as a sponsor? No. This is how sponsorships work. Period. I'm willing to give you your product back, which rarely you can take your computer back, and it's right here in the chat. A matter of fact, I'm going to screen cap it just in case you try to say that I don't say this, and you lose nothing except getting free fucking advertisement. That is your only option. And he says back, once again, you're doing me wrong because of what others did to you. You don't do bad business because it did it to you. And that's not bad business. It happens. It's just how it works when you get advertisements. If companies or people don't deem it necessary, they move on. It wasn't me saying I was a victim, Jakeem. It was just me saying it how it works. And I'm willing to give you back your half-broken product. And here he continues, since that is my only option, I would like to keep both of my desktops, which keep in mind I've been advertising him since July. Even if he didn't have an advertisement in a video, he has had his name in the actual description of the video with a link to his channel in it, and laptops sent back to me, which both of those have been fulfilled, dude. So if you think that you're getting almost 6 months worth of advertisement for nothing, really? And this is what I wrote back to him. Hell no. You got your deal with the other one. You get one machine back. If that's a problem, I'll see you in court. Or you can pay me $3,000 for 6 months of advertising. And it keeps going back and forth. I have the whole conversation here. I could screen cap it if need be. And it continues to go back and forth. And I say to him, F you, and F you getting 200. You want your one machine back? That is your only option. And you pay shipping for your half-working, fell off a truck computer. I will never again do any kind of advertising unless there is a contract and unless everything is done up front. Never again with this, because this is the kind of crap that happens. I learned from this, but Big Cheese, if you're going to make it like I'm some scandalous villain with it, when I'm saying I'm going to give you back your product, so you get back anything, you lose no money minus shipping, and you get months upon months of free advertising, and you're trying to turn this into me being like a scandalous thief, go to hell, dude. This is the last video I'll make on it. I don't care who else makes responses. I know people. I was going to keep this private like it should have been, but since you wanted to make it into a shit show, so be it. I'm sure this is going to be an e-drama thing that everyone's going to jump on the bandwagon with, but this is the only video I will make about it, and I will move on. So that is what happened. I'll have a link to his video below in the description, so you can see both sides of the story, and that's it. I learned a lesson from this. Have a good one.
guys still want comments, so I'm going to try one more thing. Someone gave me a huge suggestion. That's why I took down the other video. I tried some filtering. Let's see how it works. If that works, comments will stay. I'll try the experiment for a week, and then we'll go from there. So as of now, for one more week, comments are going to stay up. Let's see what happens. Legal action has done shit. The law has done shit. And I'm asking for someone out there in a legal manner, legal way, to know of something that can be done. Because it's frustrating. I just want to live my life. This isn't just trolling. It literally is trying to personally destroy my life. And they put my sponsorship on hold because of one email to stress me out to the point that I have to quit YouTube. You understanding now?
So here it is. I paid Big Cheese, and I guess I do owe him an apology. Even though I was willing to send back the product, I guess he was depending on the money that I was going to send him, and it kind of blindsided him. In my defense, I truly didn't feel I was doing something wrong. I will say that. But now, hindsight being 2020, I realized where he was coming from, and there it is, man. You got your 200. And I'm sorry about putting this through a shit show. And I'm hoping that we can move on from this, be friends, and keep things moving. Because life is too short for this bullshit, and I have way too much fun doing this to make this stuff take over. So there it is, man. You got your money. And hopefully we can move on from this and still be cool. Have a good one, Big Cheese.
It's not unusual to be loved by anyone. It's not unusual to have fun with anyone.
One of the things I did back in the day, which no one really does now and I would never do now, is I did something with Big Cheese where I did it with a couple other people too, where you promote a channel. Like there would be some kind of exchange. I don't even remember the whole details of it, so that it's not that I'm looking to sweep it under the rug. It's all out there. Point being, it was a transaction that went bad. It's something that we both should have handled behind the scenes, and we didn't. Both him and I learned valuable lessons from that. Because things will happen where you don't air out your dirty laundry, and we both did. And we learned from that. I apologized to him immediately because, look, it was a miscommunication with how a computer got delivered. There was issues. The issue should have been handled behind the scenes. That's it. And because of that, we both dealt with a lot of trolling. And hindsight being 2020, that should have been handled in emails and phone calls. And none of the drama that happened would have happened if we handled it right. But again, I even put up a video. It was so bad. It was so bad. Hindsight being 2020, we were our own worst enemies with that, especially me. And I learned that things like that should have been handled much differently. And I learned the very hard way because I was literally trolled for years after that. And there was a meme for years around after that.
It's not unusual to be loved by anyone. It's not unusual to have fun with anyone. But when I see you hanging about with